Hello and welcome. It is Tuesday. The Omni X-Men are in the house. That means me and Justin from KnowGood Comics.
Hey, what's up, John?
Man, I'll tell you, I am both excited and dreading this discussion we're going to have tonight.
It will be very interesting, John. Very interesting discussion about this issue. Yeah.
We're going to be discussing this issue 106 of the all-new, all-different X-Men. And we're looking to hear from you in the chat about this issue because there was a ton to really get into and discuss here. But definitely a low light in the X-Men world here.
Yeah, a bit weaker for sure.
Yeah. We got a ton of people here early in the chat tailgating. Let's say hello to some friends. Ruben Guzman, tailgater extraordinaire, cowabungaing right off the bat.
Ruben.
We got Magic Lasso saying, hi, everyone. Hi, John's Comics with Kid and Justin. Question, why doesn't Magneto wear purple anymore? Because the days of fuchsia passed.
Boom.
There it was. Nailed it.
Nice.
Nailed it. That's hilarious. Hello to Legion of Comics. Boom.
Nice.
Good to see you here, sir. How are you? I like your X-Men dad joke. There it is. That's a good way to describe it. If you haven't noticed lately, Lasso has been making a lot more appearances, face on camera. It's been awesome to actually see more of you these days.
Oh yeah.
We got Travis in the chat. How you doing, Travis?
Hey, Travis.
We got, Days of Future Past. Oh, that's rich, says Jackson Roy Kirk. King of comedy, Jackson Roy Kirk himself. Waiting for more Animen-related comedy from him. Great seeing you on a show that he caught on the replay. Okay, I don't know it. It's Shabab's show. I don't know what that means. You did miss last week, but if you didn't notice, TJ was on a Highlight Comic Bro show about slabs. It was pretty awesome, and I enjoyed that. So it's nice seeing you in the YouTubes.
Nice.
And we will have TJ with us here on this show next week.
That'll be great. Great.
Brandon, how you doing, brother? Good to see you.
Comics and Kings.
Martin, how you doing, man? I haven't seen you in a while in here. How's it going?
Hey, Martin Besa.
Hello, Katoon. Good to see you.
All right.
Claremont hadn't figured out where the team went and what to do with them yet. It does feel that way.
Yeah.
Hello, Climbing Comics. Good to see you.
What's up, Alan?
P.S. Justin, got to say, let's go Cowboys.
Ooh.
There it was. So let's get this all rocking and rolling here. We're talking about all new, all different X-Men 106. I'm going to make you go first, brother. What are you going to score this issue?
Man, I'm thinking. I've been thinking about a number for a while, or throughout the day, thinking at least when John asked me this question, what am I going to say for this answer? And I have not locked down an answer for that question, but it's gonna be in the 3 range ish. It feels very weird to say, especially coming from someone who's I've just been so obsessed and loving every issue of this Claremont run. So a 3 hurts to say. It does. But yeah, it's it was a very pointless. It was just very thrown together. And now I know there's a little bit of backstory, and I'm sure we'll get into that. With kind of how this came to be. But yeah, I was definitely let down, especially with where we left off last week. Wanting to know where everybody went, and chasing after Eric the Red and whatnot. So, this was just it's a filler. Surprise, surprise, it's a filler. But yeah. What about you?
Oh, definitely. I'm with you 100% on that. I was thinking 4, so clearly we're in the same basic neighborhood.
Yeah.
This is definitely easily the worst issue that we've read up to now. Yeah. And there's plenty of reasons why. But yeah, just an absolute mess. Art is a mess. Story is nonsensical, more so than Leprechauns telling Wolverine his first name. This is a whole other layer of nonsensical, and not a fan. But it'll be fun. I mean, I'm known for crapping on books, and I've been so joyous on this show. So it's kind of like the traditional John gets to come back.
Yeah, I it's funny when you mentioned the artwork too. That was something I thought maybe as I'm flipping back through it, I'm like, there's got to be something in here that really saves this issue. And there wasn't. There was and even when I'm as I always send you a couple panels, usually I send you I have a hard time picking. Sometimes I send 3, 4, 5 different panels. I'm like, John, just pick some and throw them around. I had a hard time picking one to be my favorite. So
yeah, and honestly, the ones you picked are ones that I was ready to crap on anyways. Some of them were so bad they were good. They were just so bad that I was like, this is one of the most notable drawings of Colossus I've ever. Colossus is Asian. Colossus is now Asian in one of these drawings. They've changed his ethnicity in one really bad drawing.
Yeah, it's brutal.
It's hilarious. Hello to Life with Two YouTubers, Sharon.
Hey.
I've been shouting out her daughter, who's got her third book being published.
Wow.
And you can buy them at renaBrownAuthor.com. And if you buy a book from that website, you get entered into a raffle to win a Thor 337.
Ooh, very nice.
So you could buy a $5 book. It's basically buying a $5 raffle ticket, and you get an entry into winning that beautiful newsstand copy of Thor 337. And if you want to send these things as gifts to people, every one that you buy and send to somebody enters you in the raffle again.
Ooh. So
you're supporting an author, you're buying a book, and you're entering yourself in a raffle. It's an insane giveaway.
Nice. So where's this at? Where's this link that you can find this at?
I will drop the link here at some point. Let me bring it up here.
That's great. And
so her daughter is Rena, and she's in the chats a lot too. And she's publishing her newest book. There it is, renaBrownAuthor.com. Her newest book is a sequel to the book I read from her last year. And it's a $5 novella, this new sequel. And just buying it enters you in this raffle. And then you just check with her on Instagram, make sure that you're in and you're set. So I bought it. It's sitting under the Christmas tree. I'm going to open it on Christmas Day. Very excited. Yes, multiple entries. If you want to buy a gift for a nephew or niece to read, you send them the book, you get a raffle ticket. There was. See, and the funny thing is, if you are buying it for someone in our community, they get an entry too. So somebody bought it for Lasso. She's getting the book, he's getting the book, and he's getting an entry in the raffle.
Hey, you can't go wrong there. And you're just helping out a community member.
It's too cool. Hello, Perry. Good to see you. And you get stickers, right? I really want to win the mug. I'm just going to be honest. I want to win the mug. I already have a copy of Thor 337. I want to win. There's shirts and mugs and original art and things getting thrown into for the book, all related to the novel. But
very cool.
There's obviously a Thor is a whole other layer. So sorry, I didn't mean to shut us down here with that.
No, it's great.
That's a good book. Take a second to talk about good books instead of the dumpster fire for tonight. X-Men 106.
I have my copy somewhere. I know I own that one. No wonder it was easy to find.
Oh man. Okay, so let's fire this up so we can quickly rip into that book right there. I did not check my email recently, Sharon. I'll have to check it after the show. So yeah. I will say right off the bat, even the cover for this issue, some of it I love, some of it makes no sense to me.
Yeah. I mean, I was excited to see oh, cool. There's some action going on right away. Although there were some questions with why he's, Cyclops is shooting at.
Well, I mean, you look at the hand that's pulling the visor off. It is not connected to that guy.
Oh, yeah.
It is not.
Yeah,
I honestly can see another person having to stand behind Angel to be doing that move. The hand is completely disconnected. And then Colossus looks so tiny. He looks like his top half and bottom half of his body are not connected. He also looks like one of Storm's legs is connected to his leg.
Oh yeah, kind of
like an extension of it's so bad. I love the color work is really cool, I will say, on this cover.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be crapping on this book a bunch, and I very much so feel sorry. I feel like Alec should have been a guest tonight. Absolutely. That would have been hilarious. I did notice that Manolo, and Mantolo is the credits. Yes, we will get to the writer-artist credits. Absolutely.
Yep.
Angel is on the cover. He's the one there holding Cyclops and supposedly pulling his mask off, although I'm telling you that's not his arm. Two Bros Comics, Dustin or Nick, thank you for coming by.
Hello.
Victor Olin said, I just got one of those. Well, I'm sorry that I'm going to be crapping on it this evening, but there you go.
There you go.
Chet Eye is here.
Heyo.
Thanks for coming, man.
Wait. Yeah. He has a 9-4. Oh, signed by
he has
Claremont
a 9-4 of this issue with only a Claremont signature for now. So he says. House till the end. Hello to you. Thank you guys all for coming in. You're gonna see John and Justin throwing down some shame here on this particular issue. But let's get it going here. So we left off last time. Fire Lord had been fighting our X-Men. Phoenix had basically tossed his butt across the state of New York. Then all of them had witnessed Eric the Red, this villain, escape to Lord knows where across the universe with Lilandra, this woman of Professor X's dreams. And the X-Men decide they're just going to follow without really a whole lot of planning or preparation. They just jump right through and follow across the universe, leaving Xavier to face down Firelord with freaking Misty Knight and a pistol.
Yeah.
I think Misty Knight might be my favorite part of this issue.
Yeah, it's up there. It's definitely up there. That's fair to say. That's very fair to say. The fact that she's still standing there with a gun is great.
Yeah, look at the guy you're facing down. It's a Herald of Galactus with flames coming off of him, a giant weapon. He's flying. He's trading fisticuffs with Phoenix, and you're going to pull your Saturday Night Special on it.
And not only that, but like she is confident, like she's got attitude and she's just like, what's up, Buster?
Right?
She is like very confident. It's great.
Hello, that's Rena, the author that I was talking about earlier. Thank you for coming by, Rena.
Nice. Hello,
TK is here. He was doing his show earlier with Mo. I saw just the first half and then I had to bail. So I'm sorry. I'll have to catch the replay of the second half.
Sweet. What's up, TK?
So, Misty pulling the Saturday Night Special is a pretty awesome moment. And here we've got the same Firelord we had from the last issue where he was just basically lied to by Eric the Red and he's just laying siege to New York because he thinks the X-Men are some plague. And here he's saying, do not play games with me, human. Where is the Phoenix? And Xavier's trying to rationally talk to this guy who's absolutely bonkers.
Yeah, he's like, it still bothers me that he just completely took the word of Eric the Red, and it was just like, oh, X-Men are bad. Like, oh, well, all right then, let's. I'll just take your word for it and try to stop them and fight them.
They are my mortal enemy now.
It's crazy.
You speak to me, and you are my mortal enemy. Yeah.
Now he was a herald, right? He used to be. So now I can kind of see why Galactus got rid of him. He's like, you're not very bright. We're gonna move on.
Hello, Patrick Wall. Thank you for coming by. Misty is second only to Aurora. I respect that. I respect that opinion.
Absolutely.
Can we just get to 107? Hey, brother, I'm right there with you, man. So let's go to the next panel here where Xavier starts to have psychic visions and he's being assaulted by something in his mind. And Misty still keeping the gun on Firelord. Professor Xavier, the nightmares are coming. I have no strength left to fight them. And then I love how all of a sudden Firelord's like, hey, the human cried out. Is he in pain? He's genuinely worried. Like all of a sudden it's like, no, I don't really want to kill all of you guys.
He's completely calm and just concerned.
You can actually reason with him now. He's a totally different guy. And then she gives him, like you said, what do you care, Buster? You tried to kill him. In God's name, Firelord, what gives you the right to play judge, jury, and executioner? We've done you no harm. Yeah.
Yep.
Lay it down.
I love the Buster. I'm going to start using that.
We don't get enough Buster anymore, right?
Nope.
Hello, Superior Hero Reviews. Victor Olin says, you guys got to mention this issues are fill-in issues. We will definitely get to that. Absolutely.
Yep.
One love to Chicago from us, Jeff.
Hey, Jeff.
Let's see here. So, yeah, I mean, we'll get to more Firelord, I guess, in a little bit here, but I think it's hilarious that he's like switches personalities from one page to the next here.
Very dramatic. Yeah.
And then Xavier fall to pieces, and he's basically having visions, and he's talking to Misty, but then he's talking to Moira. And then he is, and this is where I still, after reading this a few times, don't understand. Some people have written online that the sequence we're about to see actually happened, and he is merely remembering it. Other people say it's a complete fantasy.
Right. So I read that too. I had to look it up. Like I was like, and you're right. There are two sides to this that I've read of what other fans have thought this was. I was confused. I thought it was a nightmare. I thought this whole thing was something that didn't happen.
Yeah. I mean, I took it as a vision that he was having in this moment. And it's just a little wild here. He travels in his mind to a moment when he thinks he's talking to Moira, and then he travels to a moment in the danger room. And I'm like, wait, where in the world are we? Chet says he's a believer that it's happening in the past and that we are revisiting it for this moment. I will say chronologically, this was written to take place earlier, and they just finally got around to publishing it now. People taking it as a flashback. There you go. Air Spider, hello to you. Thank you for coming by. So then they're jumping to the danger room. Action happening. Stuff going down. Wolverine not paying attention. Colossus coming to his rescue. And we get some of my least favorite art here right off the bat. So Colossus knocks Wolverine out of the way and takes a giant girder on his butt. I want you to look at where it says Kerwham in green. It is breaking across his rear end.
Yeah, I guess it is. Huh?
I also can't figure out where his head is in that drawing. Because I see his hand, and then I think what I see is another arm, but there's no head in the middle. Yeah, and isn't that his knee on the right side? Yes, that's his leg and his butt, right where the girder is breaking.
Right, I see. So his head should be right.
This feels a little bit like to me, like what it would look like if Colossus's dad had to hit him with the belt. He would take the girder and just spank him with it and break it over him. Yeah, no one's going to mention human Colossus in one panel and then metal Colossus in the next. They just put some blue shiny lights coming off of him, and that's the transition. That honestly didn't bother me as much as the fact that he's got no head and that he's getting hit in the butt with the girder.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out the head part still.
The head, I can't figure it out. I've stared at this drawing a ton. I even blew it up real big, and I can't figure out where his head went. It's just wild. It is just wild. And then, of course, what would have to happen in this moment is danger room drama with Wolverine, because Wolverine's gonna be upset. Somebody ruffled his feathers a little bit, and he's gonna be like, "Hey, Rusky, what do you think you're doing?" And then he basically wants to fight the person who just saved him from getting hit with a girder. Yeah. And it all dramatically, of course, brings in Scott, and Scott's going to blast Wolverine instead of talking with him. Because, you spank the dog with the rolled up newspaper when it's out of line. I just think it's hilarious. There are so many douchebags in this whole sequence here. I couldn't even pick one. It's just a ton of people.
Yeah.
I do love the drawing of Storm. Really beautiful.
So I almost sent you that. That was close to just being the highlight.
Super chatty in this sequence. Lots of talk going on here. Of course, they call him a midget. Wolverine gets called a midget again.
Yeah, Banshee.
Banshee calls him a midget again.
It's very casual too.
Yeah, it's the whole thing is just really sloppy writing. The characterizations are very flat, considering that they had started to get really like fleshed out characters. This felt like a huge step backwards.
Yeah, I mean, meanwhile, I was still like confused with like I couldn't get into the story because I was just so questioning like where am I right now with this? Like what exactly is going on, that a lot of this little bickering just wasn't even, yeah, it was just boring.
Let's see here. He's bent over towards the left. I see his shoulder pad. It just doesn't. There's no head. It's weird. It's really weird. Turtle? Are you talking about? Are we turtling here? Going too slow? The girder is danger room safety material styrofoam. There you go. That makes more sense. Victor Olin, Cockrum used to draw a Colossus with pants in human form and then without in steel. Hey, his clothes change when he transforms. There you
go.
Yep. I think I'd rather be a midget than a ginger banshee. Burn! Wow. You guys are definitely ready for this. Azores, good to see you. He was on with Justin this weekend, having a great chat and sharing some banger books.
Heck yeah, man. That was a lot of fun. Good to see you, Eric. Thanks for stopping in.
Definitely need to get together at some point, man, and hit some LCSs, because apparently we go to the same two shops now. So that needs to be rectified immediately. Let's see. Even Storm says Wolverine has a little voice. There you go.
Yep.
All right. Let's see here. Then all of a sudden they're interrupted. By who? By Angel and Beast and Iceman and Marvel Girl. And I thought, wait, didn't we already do this whole new versus old X-Men thing already?
Yeah, I immediately thought of 100. Maybe we should have had Chris on again for this one.
Right, a repeat, and not in a good way, a repeat of issue 100. Very odd, the fact that we're back here again. And the costumes are the old original costumes that these characters had.
Yep.
There's a ton of smack talk. Definitely people throwing some shade at the new team. Basically saying you guys don't have what it takes, calling Wolverine Fuzzy Wuzzy, I think is what I got from that. Yes. Very mean, very nasty bully attitudes here.
Yeah, a lot of name calling. It's not nice.
And Marvel Girl with like no eyes. They're just white. Very creepy. The angles, even the angles on that, like where's Storm looking? Like I can't tell what's happening in some of these pages. So I do love that drawing of Angel. I will say it looks really cool. The wings look really, really great.
Yeah. I could go with that.
Yeah. All right. So let's get into double douchebag teams here. We got two douchey teams going head to head, messing with each other, throwing each other around, calling people psychos, grabbing Cyclops, flying him up to the top of the danger room, and then just dropping him. Banshee's got to fly up and rescue him. Cyclops is trying to play peacemaker among these guys. They're all just kind of making each other angry.
There's a lot of chit chat too during this entire fight. I feel like a little too much, I think.
Yeah. Did Beast swing in on a trapeze? I mean, maybe. It's a spice melange dream. There you go. It gets wild. It gets buck wild in here. And it's not even that exciting. You look at the fights in 100 versus this. This just feels silly.
It's like forced. It just feels very, very forced. And I don't know. I don't know how else to describe this. It wasn't exciting. It wasn't as what we got before. And I also question, Beast is human here, or he's in human form here. He doesn't have the fur. And I know when we did meet Beast, or when the new X-Men team met Beast a few issues ago, he was big and blue. So that was also something that kind of confused me as to why he's now back to this, or, even if this did take place, like when exactly in the timeline did this take place?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, there are so many questions just about the logic of what's going on here that it defies a lot of thinking. They feared for the powers, but hated because of their rotten attitudes. There you go. That makes sense. We all know that if this is real, Nightcrawler would clean house. There you go. Hey,
True.
Hard to argue with that. The second panel where there looks like someone's about to break dance. Yeah, exactly. That's a Cyclops in the middle on all fours. He's about to start doing those moves. He doesn't have his little cardboard mat, but he's ready.
It does look like they're all circled around, ready to
right. They're breakdance fighting.
Classic.
All right. So I really can't decide on an MVP this week either, but we get Iceman versus Wolverine and Storm versus Marvel Girl, and it's all just going down. You even get Wolverine frozen into a block and yet somehow swinging his fist to keep the fight going.
Yeah, that was interesting. I did like how his hand like kind of popped out there and he's still swiping.
I mean, if you're going to freeze up Wolverine.
Yeah, you got to start with the hands.
Go for the claws, right? Go for the claws. Don't be letting the claws out. Come on, man.
Rookie move.
Hello to Rod. Wolverine's claws when trapped in ice are ridiculous. This issue to me is nothing but a title. There you go. There you go. Preach. Where is Turbo and Ozone? Oh, man. So, yeah, I mean, it's just really ridiculous and not a whole lot going on here. Now, you and I had some favorites here in these panels, and I've scattered a few here, and there's some on the next slide. I mean, there's just so many layers. There's so many layers. I like Banshee. His scream looks really cool. I really don't understand how they capture Cyclops here. So across the 4 panels across the bottom, first you have what looks like Angel making like a face.
Yep.
Then all of a sudden he's behind Cyclops. How did he get there? Now he's got him in an arm lock. But then look at the next panel. It looks like he's kind of let him go a little bit. And then you have Asian Colossus coming in.
That is
so bad. It's so bad. And then he's holding him in this vice-like lock, but he still can take one hand out, reach up, and pull the visor off with it.
So that is definitely a strange one there, especially as we talked about the front cover, where it's like even if it was his arm or his hand, he would have to let go. In which case, you know, Cyclops would just turn around at that point, or
right,
you know. So
and there's the other thing: Cyclops can close his eyes, right?
So that was what I was saying. Like, shouldn't nothing come out? Because if he knows what's about to happen, like eyes are closed and he's just blind, which we've seen in like the movies and stuff before. You know?
Exactly.
So that was
Hello, Gore Vidal. He says Mantlow's best work was yet to come when he wrote the Micronauts with art by Michael Golden, a classic. He wrote a very good Hulk run, and he co-created Cloak and Dagger. Nice.
I didn't know that. Nice.
As long as he's not remembered for this, I think we'll be all right. They're trapped in an arcade video game. He stopped doing comics when he became a public defender. Whoa. Unfortunately, he was severely hurt in a hit and run, has been hospitalized and under medical care ever since. Wow.
Oh.
I'm still not going to feel guilty about crapping on this book. You can try, but it's not going to work. Why are they capturing? I don't know. We've traveled back in time apparently, and we're witnessing something that happened, but we never witnessed it in the comics until now, basically. So yeah, I mean, very confusing.
I would think that it would still be talked about though, even during issue 100 when they had that was their first time meeting, or I guess it wasn't. They weren't real. They were robots. They were.
I mean, if you really want to get down to brass tacks, they still haven't met some of these characters.
Right.
I mean, they met robots up in space, and now they're meeting figments of Xavier's imagination or whatever now.
Right.
I don't know. So let's go to the next page because it gets even buck wilder, in my opinion. Can someone explain what that drawing is with Angel holding Cyclops up there at the top? Because for the life of me, those two drawings make no sense. He's throwing the mask away, Angel is. So I get it. Cyclops has a hand free. I can't quite tell where Cyclops' face is. It looks like he's wearing a bag on his head. Because it's not his hair color. It's like the color of their uniforms. I don't know why I don't see the rest of Cyclops' face. I'm just so confused about the whole thing.
Yeah, I feel like Angel's arm should still be if he had to he used his right arm, it looked like, to rip the glasses off. So now it's but now it's back underneath Cyclops' arm to be thrown out.
And then Cyclops' way of getting out of this is to swing his elbow back and hit him in the head. I don't know that my elbow goes that way.
Yeah,
that's a move. That's a whole move right there. And then he's able to grab him and flip him over. Flip him over his head. And still, he has not closed his eyes.
He's just shooting aimlessly right now.
Blasting creation at this point.
Like, I could understand like a quick burst, like shoot out for a second because maybe you were caught off guard that was about to happen. But even that, I mean, his eyes should definitely be closed by now, I would say.
At some point, right? I'm having fun with it, Chet. I really am, as best I can. The backwards punch, right? That backwards punch elbow. I don't know how you train for that move, but it's something. Yeah, they're gonna need a whole new danger room. Absolutely.
Yeah.
This one is not gonna work anymore. Yeah, I do feel like there's just so much going on here.
Yeah. I was gonna say, even that other panel, the panel on the bottom right was just, this didn't look like anything great. It, like, the quality of it just didn't seem as, I mean, the whole thing is just the quality. Just
we've seen Cyclops' optic blasts look so cool up to now that to have them be so flat and nonsensical is such a waste.
Yeah, yep.
Plus, it looks like his underwear doesn't quite fit. I don't know what's going on there. So we get Nightcrawler and Colossus doing some fun teamwork here. Beast throws Nightcrawler, and Nightcrawler is just falling from the sky. I don't know how being caught by a metal man eases a landing.
Yeah, it should be. I would imagine it'd be worse.
Right. I don't. So his plan is like, oh, no way, I'll catch you. You're made of metal, dude. Not going to be softening any impact. Then he just quickly, without even telling him, he's like, here, let me just throw you right back at the bad guy. I know you just got beat up by this bad guy and you're kind of dizzy from this crazy fall and a metal guy just caught you, but I'm going to throw you right back up there.
Yeah, I mean, Nightcrawler's still got to be dazed at this point, right? So,
well, Nightcrawler does say I'd appreciate a boost up to the Beast's level. So he's asking for it.
Oh, yeah.
And he finally gets flying back up there. Yeah, and just I want to understand how he's punching Beast. Like, I just see it looks like a big pink splat where Beast's head should be.
Yeah.
Like, he just punched through Beast's head, basically.
And his legs are wrapped around him, I
guess. I don't know. It's all just wild. But Xavier at least wakes up. He's been just watching this whole time, not using his ability or anything. He's just been watching these teams tear each other apart.
Yeah. He's on the ground, right? Is he on the ground? He's like laying on
the ground.
Yeah,
he's laying there on the ground. They're saying, you can't stop us. And then Xavier says, but I can. Break off this battle, for I created both the old teams and the new teams. So shall I destroy them? And then he gets buck wild.
Even Xavier's face, the way it's drawn there, just doesn't look like, what we've been getting, or it doesn't really look like him. The other thing too, that was the one splash page in the entire issue.
Yeah,
and I thought, like, okay, this has got to be it, right? This has got to be like the art piece that we at least are, we gravitate to. And even this, I wanted to send you this, John. I really wanted to send you this as my favorite art, and I just couldn't. I couldn't do it.
I respect. There was a lot of good things to be making fun of here. We had the first fastball special back a few issues back. What was it? 102? 102. Oh no, was it in the 90s?
I think it was 90s.
Might have been 98 or 99.
Yeah,
I'm sure Chet has already typed it in and it just hasn't popped yet.
Yeah.
Laziest art job ever. Ooh, there you go. Now you're crapping on it, Chet. What are you doing? He crawled out of bed and put his suit on. There you go. Professor X didn't care back then. There you go. So yeah, he basically blinks the old team out of existence.
Yeah, they turn into little bubbles and boom, poof, they're gone.
He's realizing, I think, that he has, using his psychic powers, has created this event, and we all of a sudden get this maniacal green version of Xavier who's talking and monologuing, and Cyclops is like, I'm just gonna blast you, Chuckles. He calls him Chuckles.
Yeah.
I don't know that Cyclops has ever spoken to Xavier that way.
No, not with
but
that.
He's calling him Chuckles.
He's Dr. Evil, another Dr. Evil.
Right, there it is. Chet says 98. Boom. Do not take me as a conjurer of cheap tricks. Can't wait for us to review 108. Are we gonna crap on that one too? 100 is the first fastball special. There you go. Oh, that's right. That's what I Got Issues wanted to talk about most of all.
Oh yeah.
So the villain Xavier laughs, and when they try to charge him, he's making illusions in the floor where Wolverine's going to fall, but apparently Colossus still has to catch him, even though it's not really there. And then they all just pound on him because Xavier recreates the old team, and the old team just lays into him.
Yeah.
I can't. I even wrote, what is even happening? I don't even understand what's happening right now.
This is tough, John. This is hard to. And his evil laughter, floating above him as he's, before they attack him. It's so typical of a villain.
Yeah, there's just so much about it. It's just so all over the map. And yeah. And then that's it. Yeah, that's it. Xavier blinks them out of existence and then instantly appears back where he was before on the rooftop. And my question was, it looks like it's nighttime now. Yeah. Where did Misty and Firelord and the Greys go?
Yeah, that's right. They didn't even really address the Greys at all. I know they were in the background at one point, but they didn't even really have a part.
I can't decide. Did Xavier actually travel his whole body back into the past, and so he vanished in front of them? Or did they just leave him there unconscious on the roof while he had this vision?
They're like, he's out. We're going to go.
Yeah. I think Misty's going to pop a few rounds at Firelord, and they're all going to call it a day.
And then he's not even in a bed or a couch. He's just chilling on the floor at this point.
Yeah, he's laying on the roof, people. He's on the roof. They went to Studio 54 and left him there. There you go. I argue with myself, but this is ridiculous. There you go. Yeah, no more wire hangers. You guys are hilarious. So for me, I just wanted more Misty Knight firing rounds at Firelord, but that's just me.
Yeah, I'm with you.
We survived.
So, ultimately, the big picture of this issue, one thing that I thought about, maybe that this is more about, is what if this didn't happen, but that this is something that Professor X struggles with in his own mind. As he mentioned before, Jekyll and Hyde, he has this evil side to him, even though they never really introduced that in the past. But maybe these are some of the things he's scared of, with the idea of the team not being able to work together the way the old team used to, all these negative things about how they were comparing the old team versus the new. And does he fear that, maybe just, Colossus, or that Cyclops just can't be the leader, and that they just will never live up to what the old team was? Is that kind of what I just thought maybe those thoughts were what he was struggling with internally. And he turned it into a nightmare in a way, and then woke up. That was kind of my initial thought.
I love that you're taking this several psychological layers deeper.
I'm trying to save it. I'm trying to save it.
This is all you really need to know, is that the editors were on vacation, and that was it. And we just moved past the rest of this.
So did you? I don't know if did you get a chance to look at the letters at the end of the?
I did. I was curious what you thought of it.
So the one part that and this is what I read too. Let me pull this up. It was the guy Bob Brown, I think they mentioned. Okay, so Bob Brown, I guess he passed like a few weeks before this issue, right? And I thought he had parts written. Now I know we mentioned Bill Mantlo was the main writer for this, but I actually thought that a majority of this, or at least maybe the ideas of it, came from Bob Brown, or I don't know the details, but either way, so they initially had him put this together as a filler just in case they couldn't make a certain deadline, but instead they used it because Bob Brown passed away. So they wanted to do it in honor of him.
I feel like there's probably a nugget of truth in that, but it also feels like I heard some people say at the beginning of the show that the Claremont was not sure what the world of Lilandra was going to look like and what it was going to be like. So they needed more time and they needed a filler.
Okay.
And so they used it here.
Right. Okay.
Bob was the artist.
Okay.
So he had drawn this stuff, and I'll go on to the next slide because I broke some of that down. Bob Brown was the artist, and then Bill Mantlo was the story writer on this. It was published after his death, as designed as a fill-in story if they had deadline problems.
Right.
And apparently they must have, and they sort of figured out a way to write it in.
Gotcha.
I wrote in the key elements that I couldn't find any redeemable value to this issue. It's the Batman and Robin of the Claremont run. So there. Poke a little fun.
Jackson Roy Kirk.
Chet, I do agree that there's definitely some credence to that theory that this is the seeds for Onslaught, which is like you're saying, Justin, a villain based on the negative psychology of Professor X and the powers that he has manifesting themselves as evil.
Interesting. Okay. I never read that. But
I don't think anybody's ever definitively done so because they really don't want to revisit this issue.
I like Roy Kirk's just saying, just wasn't really that deep.
He went deep. Deep. So let's look at the money side here. A 9.8 goes for $525, which is obviously cheaper than most of the other ones. It still has a ×3 value because a 9.6 is $180.
Wow.
There are only 88 9.8s. There are 227 9.6s and 228 9.4s. So that's where the lion's share of issues fall in that 9.4, 9.6 range. As far as the graded copies, obviously. Mine is a much lower grade, so not worth slabbing, despite Chet's protestations. I'm glad I didn't spend a chunk of change getting onto a bigger one currently.
Yeah. You said it's $525 for a 9.8?
Yeah, $525 for a 9.8.
I mean, I know a lot of the others are like double that, or more. But I'm still surprised. I mean, I guess, it's just so insignificant, this book, that
it has none of the first appearance issues elements. It has none of the first time this was said or first time this happened kind of elements. So it's lacking a lot of that key stuff that makes books hot nowadays, I think.
That and just the story was just so bad that it just, I mean, I think that even if you said, hey, Justin, on eBay right now, you can get this in a 9.8 for $400, I think I would still pass and save that $400 and just put it towards something else.
Kachung says it's their first appearance of the Entity, which was leading to Onslaught. I looked around for that. I couldn't find anybody willing to stand on that platform and that soapbox and really proclaim this. So I'm glad that you're willing to do it, Dave, because I thought about it too. Is this the first appearance of this other entity within Charles? And I didn't see anybody willing to go that route. And no, I disagree.
Is that what the name of the character was? Entity is the name?
He's just named the Entity, which leads to Onslaught.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
And I guess that's kind of just about it. I mean, this book gets super cheap when you get to mid-grade or below. It's a $20 book. It costs more to slab it, basically, at that point.
Damn.
And soon Lilandra. So Lilandra was the cause of Onslaught. She's the cause of all the problems. It is definitely for X-Men run collectors, this issue. That's the people keeping this book in business for sure. And that is it, folks. Let's bounce out of here.
Whew. Yeah, man. Yeah. I'm not, you know me, I'm not good at speaking negatively about any books. I'm very, I told you the first time when we were with Alec, and I was just like, just so you know, guys, when I say I like things, I'm gonna probably cap it off with like, I really like things. Like I like things, and I'm not good at bashing anything really. But this was tough. It was very tough to have anything positive to say overall.
Well, that's what I'm here for. Victor says I'm going to put mine up on Instagram. I got my copy and 110 for $20. Hey, there you go, Victor. There you go.
Nice.
I should just roll right. We're going to just roll right into 107. No, we're going to save that for TJ the Slab Dragon next week. My buddy Donnie is in the chat. Thanks for coming by, Donnie.
Mastodon.
Everyone needs to listen to Chet. No Phoenix in this issue. That's a very good point. We got the throwback Marvel girl instead.
That was a letdown tame I thought maybe, thought we'd continue that.
Thank you, Rod. I appreciate it, man. And if you missed his Lame or Frame All-Stars edition, I just caught little pieces of it on my drive, so I was not able to watch the whole thing. But I'm going to definitely be watching the replay because there was some very crazy, cool, talented people on that show. And then Alec was there too, I guess.
Nice.
Burn. Make fun of Alec. All right. Lilandra put out that Space Mojo. Yeah, she did. So we end each episode of the Omni X-Men with trivia. We have big giveaways coming up here at some point when we get pretty deep into this omnibus. Sorry, we're only about 16 issues in so far. Justin has given away an omnibus volume 2 of this Claremont run. I think I got it right here. So he's giving that away. You can get a raffle ticket by being the first person to answer correctly for any of our trivia questions.
Look at all those issues.
If you're the second person to answer, you get a point as well for the overall scorecard, because the first place person gets 2 points on my scorecard for my giveaway, which is an X-Men mystery box. And so you can get 2 points for being the first one right, 1 point for the second, and then 1 point for being funniest. So watch the episodes, learn and memorize, and then be ready in the chat to answer hilarity questions.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So am I going first tonight?
Yeah, you kick it off.
All right, I'm going to ask. We had an awesome guest last time, and behind our guest last time was a T-shirt, and that shirt was standing and representing for an awesome community member. Which community member was represented by that shirt? So there's several layers to this question, right? You got to know the shirt. You got to know who that shirt represents.
Yep. Open up your YouTubes, and don't forget last episode was on my channel. So if you are trying to research this quickly,
I already see it in the chat. You guys are awesome. It is a TMT Jabroni shirt for the comic Jabroni. So that well played, Lasso. Lasso continues to really make some damage here on this board. So Lasso, you got another raffle ticket, sir. And 2 points on the overall. Second correct answer was by Azores.
Nice.
Azores gets a single point there as well. I was wearing an Old Wolf t-shirt, but our buddy Jeffrey had Jabroni's TMN t-shirt behind him. Know your Supreme songs. Still waiting for a funny answer, but while we're waiting, Justin's going to ask his question.
Yeah, we'll kick it off. And I did, Lasso, I just added you to the list here. So it's another tally for you. All right. This question is pretty simple. What X-Man was on my shirt from last episode? I had a specific X-Man on my shirt. If you know the answer, let me know what it was. So it's actually my favorite T-shirt right now because it's very comfy. I'm not wearing it today. I'm wearing Captain America. But this is why you need to pay attention to background stuff and our T-shirts, because you never know if that's going to be a question.
And I'm sorry that my background has been so odd and unusual. The month of December tends to make for some unusual videos made on the John's Comics with Kids channel. So there you go.
Nothing wrong with unusual, my friend.
Right? They gotta keep changing it up. All right. Do you see a correct answer? I see a few answers there.
Yes. First one I think is Lasso. Let me just go up a little bit. Yeah, I think Lasso has put the first one up for Colossus. That is correct, sir.
I got Chet as the second answer, but I'm gonna double check.
Yeah, that looks right.
Yeah, I got I got Lasso getting 2 points and Chet getting the 1.
Lasso 2 for 2.
2 for 2, I know. And just tearing up the chart here. You are really close to that third place spot. Right there. Yeah, right there. Let's see. And I'm going to go with Jackson Roy Kirk's Obnoxio the Clown, because that is an awesome Uncanny X-Men reference that deserves a point for comedy, sir.
Very nice.
Obnoxio. Oh, man, I haven't thought about Obnoxio in a while. Very well done. Scary Spice would have been a good Crystal's ready to go. Okay, so my second question. I will legitimately say I have grown to strongly dislike Eric the Red from his sort of bizarre story arc that we've had in these early issues. But I was really impressed by something that he did at the end of last issue. What is it that he did? Eric the Red actually impressed me.
And it was impressive. It was impressive.
Right? What is it that Eric the Red was able to do?
Yeah, that his character has definitely been very I mean, I haven't read the old stuff with Eric the Red, and I know technically it's 2 different Eric the Reds, is that right?
Yes, this is the second version of Eric the Red, and I believe he gets unmasked at some point.
Right.
But maybe I'm remembering wrong. Chet, correct. He builds a transporter.
Nice.
On the roof of an apartment building in New York.
Very casual. Very casual.
Why not? And then I got Lasso second. Is that right?
Yeah. Yep.
I see Lasso second.
Almost went 3 for 3 there. Almost.
Almost, man. Almost. He's on fire tonight. He tipped the barista at Starbucks. Jackson Roy Kirk.
Nice.
Keeping the comedy alive. Gosh, this chat is hilarious. Oh my gosh. I'm super pumped because we had talked about your question beforehand, and it looks like you are set to go.
We're going with Plan A, John. Plan A. All right. So my question is, how long did it take Eric the Red to actually build this Stargate that we are now talking about here? There was a specific length of time that it took him. Shockingly.
Yeah, I mean, let's talk about it. Obviously, building a Stargate, number one, is impressive. Like, that is bar none. Like, if you know somebody who can build a Stargate, impressive.
Totally.
But more impressive was the time.
Yeah, big time.
All right, I've got Lasso than Azores.
Yeah, same here.
Although the funny joke is, again, Jackson Roy Kirk with 1 panel. It took him 1 panel. The length of time. So Lasso dominating this evening, sir.
3 out of 4 is really. Lasso had a similar week 2 episodes ago. Episode 12, he also went 3 for 4, and Chet was the 4th. Look at that.
Dang. And right now we've got a 2-way tie in second place, and Magic Lasso directly underneath the second place people. You guys are cruising in on I Got Issues, and it's awesome to see. Jackson Roy Kirk is right there right behind in 5th. So there's a pack. 1, 2, 3, 5 of you that are just like right there on the overall raffle list. So that's
what What about Beta Ray? He's got to be up there. He's got to be.
Beta Ray is tied for second. It's Beta Ray and so it goes issues, Beta Ray and Chet, and then directly under Beta Ray and Chet is Magic Lasso, and then Jackson Roy Kirk.
Nice.
Those are the top 5 right there.
All right. Very cool.
Thank you guys all for coming and hanging with us. I'm sorry it wasn't as positive an issue, but you know what? They can't all be gold. They can't all be gravy.
It's true.
We are just excited to have awesome comic books to hang out and talk with, even when they're not so awesome.
Totally. And we had some good laughs, so that's always a good thing.
And Chet's saying he is ready for 107, 108, and 109. And obviously we've got TJ, Kachung, and Chet for those 3 issues. So we've got 3 guests in a row for this amazing run. We got TJ next week on your channel. I get Dave on my channel the week after, and then Chet is returning, our first ever returning guest.
Nice.
We've tried to wait as long as possible to get as many community members who want to come and hang with us as possible. So Chet, of course, has to be the first one to return. The return of the Chet-I.
I love it, man. Yeah, we got a busy couple of weeks here then coming up. That's awesome.
Yeah, taking us through into the new year, this amazing trilogy that we're going to get at 107, 108, 109. If you have not been checking out Mr. KnowGood Comics here, his weekend shows where he's interviewing members of the community have been a whole ton of fun. He had Azores just on recently, but who you got coming up this coming weekend?
So I'm actually going to be doing a different live show this weekend, partially due to schedule and the way things are going with work right now. It's kind of a hectic, as I was telling you before the show, kind of a hectic week. So between that and some of the holiday type stuff coming up, but I will be back. I'm still going to be on somewhere this Saturday. I'll still have a show. I'm not going to have a guest per se, but I have a couple ideas of some surprises, but also opening some boxes, I think. And then next Saturday I have his name's Austin from the Comic Spot. If you guys follow him on Instagram, he's from Canada. He's a great guy. He just got married. He's like 22 years old. He's a cool dude. So I'm going to have him on the following Saturday. So hopefully you guys can make that.
That's awesome. And the link to Justin's channel is down below, so you can follow him over there, subscribe, and check him out, because we're over there every other week anyways. So if you like this show and you want more of it, you got to be clicking over there, because that's where we're going to be for all the odd-numbered issues from this all-new, all-different X-Men run.
Yep.
Chet says they're all gold. This one was just fool's gold. There you go. I like that thinking.
Yep.
And you can trademark that. The return of the Chet-I. So my channel tomorrow, I'm hosting book club, and we're going to be reading crossover issue 2, the Donny Cates Image book. So those of you Image fans, if you're enjoying this story, we're going to have a little breakdown with Alec and I. We read issue 1 together. Now we're going to read issue 2 and get into all the goodness going on there. And then my weekly edited video drops Thursday to look at the week ahead and what new books are coming out. So thank you all for who have been watching those videos, because the numbers have been nicely creeping up. This the one I dropped last week may have been one of the highest ones I made. So I'm appreciating all the people coming around to check them out.
Nice.
And I think that's about it, folks.
Yeah, we did pretty good on time here, all things considered, with this issue, and onward and upward, I guess, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, everybody. Thank you for coming, and we will see you on Justin's channel next week.
Yes, sir. Have a good one, guys.